Yep, Snapbacks and FlatCaps. First one we're doing over Zoom. Myself, your host, Rob.
Yes, it's Trizzy.
You know what? Obviously, with everything that's been limited, we've had to improvise a little bit. The last one we had was with the PT guys. No, we did one after that, remember?
Yeah, we did one with Steph.
Yeah, cosmetic
marketing and everything like that. That was a good one.
Yeah, the digital marketing.
The two of you was going like...
You know what it is? I'm not killing her aspirations and her dreams, but I don't believe in it. You're not going to convince me otherwise.
Yeah. No, I hear. I think there's two opposite ends of the stick kind of thing, but
yeah, she's mad, bro.
But whatever works for her.
Also, I did see A-Ward. Man, I've seen him. I've been watching him on Shark Tank. That guy's fucking huge, bro.
Bruv.
Huge. Why does he need roids? He's fucking huge. His genetics are enough, man. Man's like 6
foot. Man want that extra pump. Yeah, man. They want that
trying to get like him. You know what I mean? But I don't know. So yeah, I'm over here at the moment. With the traveling and stuff and how the coronavirus is, it's not really that much of a big deal over here, if I'm honest. If you go in a shop, you just wear the mask and that's it, really.
So they haven't been. Was it even in a state of crisis at any time?
It went up and now they've gone down. So there's only like 500,000 people on the island, on the whole island. So
and they're not.
That's not even fucking Derby or something. Derby's got more people. So it's not even.
We're talking about that today. Today, Bolton has gone into a lockdown.
Who? Bolton. Yeah. Wasn't that a while ago though?
No, they put some restrictions, and then I got the BBC update again, and yeah, they've got it up there now. So we'll just have to see.
Well, no, you know what we need to talk about is that Dettol commercial. You seen the Dettol commercial? No, I haven't. The Panther, the banner, sorry.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's going mad on Twitter about it, but
yeah. You know, the funny thing is commercials. I mean, I get some commercials. You know that if they got a catchy theme song or something, that it will hit. But I don't think there's a lot of commercials that stick with people these days. I think people that go at commercials are they bored?
Yeah, but it's more like a billboard. It was like a billboard on the tube, and it was saying about. Let me see if I can send it to you. It was about, go back to work. Like you're missing work, like
with your family, your second family.
Yeah. Listen, bruv. Nah.
Hey, I don't know how many people get along in their workplace.
Yeah, I don't know about anything now, but I can tell you in previous jobs that I've been in, none of this man felt like my second family.
No.
It's just the whole thing is just stupid, really. I mean, do you feel safe going back to work?
Bro, listen, at the end of the day, my work is very solo dolo. So I don't really have to interact with a lot of people. And then if I am interacting with people, it's from a safe distance anyway. So it's, it's not too crazy for me. I mean, obviously, when I literally get to places and I have to pit stop and pick up things and stuff like that. And obviously, I have to do the masks thing on a respectful vibe. But other than that, it's been kind of calm. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are talking about if we're going to go into a second wave, but flu season is round the corner over here, bro.
I'm just sick of it. But I see people flying out, doing their thing.
Yeah, bro. Listen, tell us about the traveling, because right about now you're traveling. Was it a sticky situation at the airports? Was it,
Not really. When you're on the flight, or when you come off the flight, you have to fill out a form, let them know where you're staying, where you've been. If you've been to any of the countries, they check your temperature, and that's it. Like even now when I go into the gym, they check your temperature before you go in the gym. When I was in London, they check your temperature before you go to a restaurant. It's not that much of a big deal in the sense of there's only so much they can do. So I kind of get what they're saying. But it's, to be honest, to me, I know it exists, but now I'm just kind of on board, really. It's not really affecting my life drastically like it was before.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to normal kind of thing.
Oh, but what is normal, What is normal? And I feel like this is a good opportunity for people for businesses as well, to like offlay a whole load of their staff.
Bro, listen, if you don't have to pay rates on the building and you can get somebody doing 2 jobs for the price of 1, that's where these cuts are coming.
Well, you know, they got
That's
rid of Pret,
coming.
people in Pret. They got rid of people in Boots. Who else?
They've been
offloaded people.
Weatherspoons. The Weatherspoons are the crazy one. They had a real crazy one, and they were making a lot of people redundant from it. But I think it's mainly a lot of situations like, you know, with the bars and restaurants, anything that has a lot of moving about after their limited numbers is gonna affect. And I still say they might actually try to tighten the belts even further as we go down closer to Christmas. So I think a lot of online business is gonna start picking up now. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think this is going to ruin Christmas as well?
I don't think it'll ruin Christmas. I think it'll actually have people. But all right, cool. If you're a type of family that goes out or anything like that, then yes, we could be getting into something that's kind of crazy itself. But if you're a family that normally just go to visit each other and that's where you stay for the evening and the night and that is it, I don't think it's really going to be that bad.
But you're going to be around more vulnerable people. Imagine you got your gran, your nan, and they're coming into the fold for Christmas.
No one's going to listen to that. I just don't think no one's going to listen to it, bro. Vulnerable or non-vulnerable. Yeah. Like, everybody's, especially in, say, our age bracket, we know our parents and grandparents, they're definitely in that vulnerable bracket kind of thing. But I've got a child and everything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop her from seeing her grandparents because I think, but even though the kids going back to school,
but that's it. I was about to say
they're gonna be deemed as the carriers. But I do think they're gonna put more tighter restrictions on certain things. I mean, bro, you have no idea. The first day of taking my little one back to school, she wasn't allowed to. They said not to take a bag, like a rucksack with everything in it. You have to have a clear pencil case, just one, that you take and you leave it in the school. Okay. No masks, no gloves. Don't forget, she's in primary school, so she's still young and stuff. And then when you drop them at the gate, you've got like a single file situation.
I've seen them,
Yeah, they go in, they sanitize them, and then they go straight there. And if they're doing PE, they have to be in the PE kit for the whole day. So
really?
I don't know how that's actually going to work with the winter coming. We got autumn and then winter, so I don't know.
And that can't be hygienic, no?
Well, I was thinking, sweating in a kit. Yeah, well, you see, the thing is like, I don't think when it comes, all right, don't quote me, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, the way adults will sweat compared to kids will sweat, I don't think it's going to be that deep. And they'll probably have activities that doesn't have them exhausting themselves and, you know, over-perspirating or something. I don't know.
And what about the school one? Do they have to keep them all separate and you let them out?
Well, the school run was fairly easy because this is the first week. Yeah. So what I'm talking about is experience in the first week. I've had some friends talk about the second week and things have kind of got back to normal within the second week. The first week now, you've got the young year threes being introduced. And then you got the year fours who are coming into their second year technically in a essence, primary school. So they were still kind of adjusting because the year fours, their first year in primary school kind of got cut short, very short. While they're just getting used to things, when did everything shutting down? From March?
Yeah, after March. March.
Yeah, so about March. So they started from September. They've only had a few months in school. And don't forget the breaks. They would have Christmas holidays, you know what I'm saying, the autumn break and everything like that. So they didn't really get to experience it.
I feel like they're stressing me out and I'm not even involved in that kind of thing, you know?
Bro, because it stresses everybody. What happens if a teacher, I understand where I've got friends that are teachers. Yeah, if they catch it or they got, what's the procedures from that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like if one member of staff has it, like, okay, we got to get rid of that person, but they've been in the staff room with everybody else. Does everybody have to go on a test or a lockdown or what's it? You know what I'm saying? Stay at home, sorry, not lockdown.
Do you know of anyone directly affiliated to you who has had coronavirus?
Yes, and I've had two passings.
Oh, really?
Because they were vulnerable, and I had two passings. One was my auntie. She was in the age bracket of my grandparents itself.
Okay.
And one was another uncle that come literally out of the blue, like someone very close to me. Like it just come and straight took them out within 7 days.
Have you?
And I've had somebody actually have it, and recover from it.
Are you still thinking about it day to day all the time?
No, I'm just more. I've started adapting what we've got used to right now. So all of this, like, no, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to cough today when I was out in the supermarket.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
That's when you're like, yeah. So you do the little backup thing and and you can't wait to get out there just to have a big bellow cough and stuff like that. So that is still fair. That's amusing to me though, because you can sneeze and people are like, whoa. Do you know what I'm saying? You can.
But you know what I found when I was in ends is that people aren't really, like, I'm not really bothered in the same way, but I still respect the rules. So I'm like moving away, keeping a distance. And then old Susan up here is like this close to man. I'm like, and then I just step forward thinking she's going to take the hint and she just moves with me. I'm like, just stand back. I don't want to be that guy who's like 2 meters. But
You know
what I mean? Like, come on, man. I'd probably do that anyway. Because I still sometimes, you know what it is it was mostly in London. I still people like see people cough in midair, just like.
Yeah. Now that's what
spitting on the floor and just.
Do you know what I'm saying? The elevator situation has been funny as well. Like, so if you got like a group of people waiting for the elevator and stuff, you know, this one, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just step back. So first come, first serve. Yeah. And
I think just being that. People where I am at the moment, they're fine. Like, you don't have to, there's not that many people. So you don't really have to be on top of people. But I've been going to the gym and people are like keeping relatively.
Do they wipe it down after they use it? Or
inside the gym, they have a spray gun in different points and some rolls, basically. So you can wipe it down yourself. So it's wipe down the dumbbells. There's trainers around, they're all making sure they change the bins, all that kind of stuff. So it's not too bad, and it's not mad busy. It's not like Pure where you've got like hundreds of it's calm. So you know what I want to talk to you about as well? It's two things. I don't know first of all, I don't know if you'd seen that thing that was going around on social media about I'm gonna message it to you.
Hold on, let's see it. Let me see it.
It'll be in the chat.
Yeah.
I won't obviously mention no one's name.
No. I saw the clip, and I thought to myself, this is because obviously you have to dance around with how you drop it. But like, to be fair with you, it seems like someone's very. It's not to say like it's not a game.
Yeah.
But there's some tactful.
What, the person speaking or the other person?
I'm talking about the other person. The person who has
what I think personally, I was speaking about this and I'm like, you know what? I don't like putting my personal business out there on that, especially if I'm having problems. Like, I don't want to tell everyone my problems. First of all, people don't care, innit? And second of all, that is a big platform to go on about that, you know?
Yeah.
The third thing is that I don't know because I haven't got kids, but if I was in that situation and I was fairly financially comfortable, I'd just take her to court. I'd take her to court and then just see if it played out like that. And then even if it doesn't go my way, in my mind, I can be like, look, I've done the best that I can for my kid. I went full hog and, you know, she's just unreasonable and that's it. And that's and I'm still just, we'd have to, and even so, a judge will still give you allocated time. So if, for example, you get, I mean, you know, like you get allocated time, you get, I don't know, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, or you get Easter and she gets summer or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. Because the thing I've noticed as well with a lot of people is that I'm not trying to act preachy on people's situations, but what I will say is that, is that I'm a man of action. I'm an action man. So there's problems occur. Okay, it's frustrating, it's annoying, it's upsetting. What can I do to try and fix it? Yeah. And then if I'm taking a process to try and fix it, then I'm not going to keep complaining about it because I know in my mind, okay, I've got some stuff in motion where things might come up, you know? So, but I know it can be emotional, obviously, in the situation, but you need to think what's best for you. And I know some people do get involved with some people without really knowing them. Yeah. And but.
Bro, listen, you know what? Because what's funny is that I was speaking the other day, and me just in a group of a couple of other boys and stuff, and my whole conclusion with with whole relationships, because right about now, I was watching that thing on Netflix called Dirty John, but it's the Betty version, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Like, so Dirty John's version was a manipulative man who's come to do the scamming thing on this woman. He's doing the number, and then it's it's a crazy story, but it happened. And Betty's version, I don't want to obviously ruin it for nobody. It's just the flip side. And what I was expecting to feel and be like, oh, she's gonna move like Dirty John. It was completely different. And what I took from it was these two people knew each other inside out. I mean, grew with each other while the kids, but one person, obviously, the woman, put her life on hold with the kids and stuff like that. And she was working while she was doing it, but like supporting him and his thing. And when he got it, obviously things got nice. He got tired of her, boom, his thing. And then he was just, it just went all haywire. And I thought to myself, it's not even the fact of, because a lot of us will actually, like, obviously, because we got kids when we was younger and stuff like that, we didn't really get to know each other personally first and get to grow with each other before we had kids. But sometimes it just works the other complete way. You could be having a beautiful situation, and this ain't to put nobody off in case they want to have kids, but you could be having, it's just you and your partner, you're loving each other's company, you have time for this, you have time for that. And then when you have that extra person there, that's the person that gets all the love and attention on paper. But sometimes emotionally, it doesn't work like that.
Well, it's quite interesting you say that, because I was reading this book called His and Her Needs. Now, essentially, it's about like how to get a good marriage and whatnot, and how to make your marriage a fair proof. Now, why a fair start is usually because people are missing something from that relationship. So they say that there's 10, I'll get them for you now. They say that there's 10 needs, right? And the idea is your partner picks 5 and you pick 5. And the presumption is that each will be the same. So if I pick 5 and then my partner picks 5, I presume that mine are going to be the same as hers. But they're not usually. And that's where the miscommunication comes. I'll give them to you now, actually. Okay, and if you pick...
You got to send me the 10, because you know what was actually...
I'll give you the 10. I'll give you the 10 now.
I'm gonna just throw the 10 at everybody.
Yeah, these are the 10,
their relationship, but it'll be very interesting to see what their results are.
I know, yeah. So this is the thing, right? So it's really great, because I actually learned about this on my marriage course, right? So these are the 10.
Okay.
And it's interesting because usually women pick ones which men aren't really as bothered about.
Okay. So is that a conscious bother, or if it arose at the time, we'll deal with it? But since it's not really enough,
it's more of a hold on, where's it gone? Yeah, you know what it is that no matter what situation you're in, men, female, same sex, one partner always prioritize something to what you prioritize, because at the end of the day, before relationships, you're still individual people, and in this scenario, you're a male and you're female. So females are going to think differently about relationships. They're going to want something differently than a male might want, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just typing and sending them to you now, because I've picked mine and she picked hers. Now hers, we only had one, which was the same. All the rest were different.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah,
okay.
So like to get an idea of like it's crazy, bruh, because it's so mad, because you just presume a person would want the same.
But in the book, does it make it, hold on, let's get it up there.
Hold on, let's get it.
Okay, I can already.
There's a few more as well. So now,
there's a few that I already know.
I know. I'm gonna say like I'm saying you're gonna
I'm gonna enjoy this, because I think this is gonna make great conversation for when groups are together, and then you can actually say to yourself. And
you know what you should do is you should get them to write it on a piece of paper, not show the other person, write them down, and then just like turn them around and reveal them themselves. So that's essentially what we did in the thing. Now, here we go. There's one left. So for you, what would you say are yours? Let me give you the last one. That's the last one. So there's 10 there, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So how many have I got to go through?
10. You got to pick 5. So you're in a relationship, let's say, you have to pick 5, which are the most important to you. So I'm going to just reel them off so people know. So the 10 are admiration, affection, conversation, domestic support, family commitment, financial support, honesty and openness, physical attractiveness, recreational companionship, and sexual fulfillment. So they're 10, and you have to pick 5. So what are your 5?
Honesty has to be there, definitely. There has to be a physical attractionness. I can't be sitting there with somebody that's. What we got there?
But this is like in a proper like a relationship. Like it's not just like
No. When I say physical attractiveness, I really do mean that. I can't just be sitting there and not be things. So obviously, sexual fulfillment will be within that as well.
Sexual fulfillment, physical attractiveness, honesty and openness. That's 3. You got 2 left.
And I have to have I think the conversation and the support of the family. It's support families with each other. No,
it's
right?
Domestic support and then family commitment.
Domestic support or family.
Yeah, or family commitment. They're 2 separate ones.
Oh, family commitments in one together?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need that family commitment, definitely.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna then the physical attractiveness, I think that wears off in front of time still. So sexual fulfillment will be there, but I think that kind of groups it together.
Well, what's interesting is the ones that you've picked. I picked. How many of them did I pick? How many did I pick? Hold on, where am I?
Yeah, these ones you'd have to really take time, because I can't. I have to be
because you're like, what's the most? Just the thing is with these are your 5 basic needs. So
okay,
for example, if you have all of these, you're not going to go anywhere else. You're not going to go to anyone else for them, and that obviously prevents the affair. So, say for example, if you're getting sexual fulfillment, physical attractiveness for your wife, but you're getting conversation from another woman.
Yeah, then it can still, But then when you now that's where that changes everything, because hold on, I keep looking at the reason why that changes everything is because I've always said most people will worry about social media and what that person is doing, but yet in a work environment, you could be having them kind of powerful conversations on a day-to-day, and that's where it can grow. Do you know what I'm saying? So as the sexual fulfillment might not even matter.
Because they just come after. So like mine, I'll tell you what mine are. Mine are admiration, sexual fulfillment, honesty and openness, physical attractiveness, and recreational companionship.
Yes.
So they're my 5. Now, ironically, the only one that we had in common was honesty and openness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you would just presume that other person. I think the same thing, but it goes on to like love life as well,
Yeah, I think, what you hit the nail on the head there, I think that honesty and openness must be the core for everything.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? Yeah, well, you know what, bro? You know how it is sometimes? It's like if somebody tells you secondhand information about your partner of what they might have been doing on a night out, you'll question it before you hear it out your partner's mouth. If they tell you something that's different to what you heard, you want to believe your partner because it's hurting. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you got the honest and the truth from your partner before you heard the second-hand information, you'll move more with strength, and you'll be like, well, you know what, I know what's happened, blah, blah, blah. So I think that honesty and openness probably is one of the core things.
What's interesting as well is that both us as men have mentioned physical attractiveness and sexual fulfillment, but that hasn't come to women's. Like one of the women's one was affection. Now, affection to them might not be sexual fulfillment. To us, sexual fulfillment is affection, like our version.
Yeah. That's a great way.
But affection is more about how you speak to her, what you say to her, like hand holding, all those kind of things. So even though those things, some men might do them and not think anything of it, but they're like, I'm not going to do all of that and not bang. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? That's all great, all lovey-dovey and stuff.
That's exactly how it's going to be. Yeah, that's how
I feel like the biggest ones which cause people to stray are recreational, sexual, and conversation.
Yeah.
Because if you're
that
having
conversation is
yeah.
so deep,
But
blood.
this is the thing, like,
Oh my God, conversation is deep.
The reason why I didn't really bring this one into my own thing is because I'm a chatter. I talk a lot, but then I've got outlets for that. I've got this, I've got radio, I've got my job I'm currently doing at the moment. I'm a talker by nature, so it's not something, as long as I can express some of that, but it's not priority because I get my outlets from elsewhere, you know? Just chat rubbish or whatever I want to talk, innit?
But did you feel, not to cut you, sorry, but was that, because obviously you and the missus have got to that great place where you're going to literally take that next chapter. Was it ever a conversation that you both had where your personality could sometimes be a problem if you was in a room? Because obviously you're very inviting, you can have a conversation a lot and stuff. Because I know the missus personally as well, and she can control a room the same way you can control a room. So like the two of you really do complement each other. But has it ever been a problem since, you know, your thing is more elevated in a sense of like you do in the radio, you do the thing. So when you're talking to people, you've got like a whole next kind of presence.
You know what it is? I think it's more to do with women though. If you're in an environment of a woman and you're a chatty person and you're talking to her like you talk to anyone else, some people might consider that, oh, he might be coming on to me, or vibe. They might get a vibe, but it's not a vibe, innit? Like, if you, the way I think about
having a conversation.
Yeah, I'm just chatty, innit? Just chatty. Like, my thing is as well, like, how I see people, especially now, is that the conversation that I would have with you, I would have with a woman. Do you know what I mean? And I feel no qualms about it, but I know that some people adjust their behavior if they're talking to the opposite sex. Like, I don't really care, like, because I'm not trying to sleep with no one in it. So I'm not going to try and hold myself back as in to be a certain sort of person for the opposite sex. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, obviously with respect, but I'm not going to let it influence my decision. I would have the same conversation with a guy that I would have with a girl. Yeah. Because, like, why wouldn't I? Like,
it's difficult to explain that, though. I've been in that situation. I've been in that pocket so many times, and it's difficult to explain it. And because sometimes it gets interpreted as like, what do we have that, you know, what makes me special in a relationship to what you're giving to everybody else? Like, because they can't.
Oh, okay, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? They can't say it's like, bro, you're always turned on, like, kind of, you're switched on in a sense of like the same conversation. You're gonna sit down, have bubbly with me, you're bubbly with that person. I can't really tell where the
there's no exclusivity in that.
That kind of thing. But in my head, it's clear as day, because as you were saying, with certain things I would do and certain things I would say, like topics and certain things, I don't give that to everybody else. I give that to that person. But sometimes it's blurry for them. And to play devil's advocate, it might be that kind of thing. I'm not listening to that person and saying about, this is for us. So you can't say.
Well, there we go. And it goes back to these kind of points that these are things which are supposed to be for. That's not to say you can't have any of them with anyone else. No. Obviously, you shouldn't be, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be having sexual fulfillment with anyone else, obviously. But I mean, that's kind of a cock block. But you know what I mean? Like, you have to realize. An interesting one I came up with is family commitment, because you mentioned family commitment and she mentioned family commitment, but I don't really understand what that means as of yet, because I don't have a kid. But the way I interpreted it is more like being a good father or being a good husband or being involved. Because you've got people
my thing is it.
But you're a big family person as well, remember? So like,
that's what I was saying. It's like, for me, even if I didn't have my little one, it's still the network that's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if it's because I come from a big family or just the way that we've been raised and stuff like that. Everybody does the family first thing. So if I'm joining with somebody, I've already seen them as a part of this network. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I might have a bigger family than that person. And I've experienced that in relationships where I've had a partner that's had no family at all. Do you get what I'm saying? And it was very difficult for them to integrate, because they wasn't used to, if I'm not present, then my brother or my sister could have their back. My cousin would help them. And it took a little bit of time for them to
build the relationship.
Exactly. So I've always known that family commitment kind of things, like, is as I'm with somebody and something like that, they understand my dynamics. If I say I've got to go and do this for my granddad, I've got to go and do this for whatever. If you can't get through to me, hold up my cousin, she'll sort you out. Like, it should be second nature, because like, it's a thing whenever they would say to me, oh, I just need to go and do this for my pops or my mom or anything like that. That's light work for me. I'm not going to start getting jealous and be like, oh, my days are forever over there. And do you know what I'm saying? So when you're putting the child there now, everything is for the child first. But I've also grown to know that you have, in order for you to have a nice family committed home, you really, the two parents should love each other more than the child. That's what they discuss and say.
Well, this is the thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because the way you need to think about things is that when you're in a relationship, there's actual three entities in a relationship. There's you, there's her, and then there's the relationship together. So if you're an independent person and she's an independent person, and the relationship's just the third thing you go on. So, but some people involve their whole life into that relationship. It defines them. And that's where kind of the problems occur. And then when you're talking about kids, a lot of people say that you need to, I read something before where this guy's like, he's got kids and he says to the kids, oh, stop bothering my wife. They're his kids, obviously. But the kids go, no, she's not just your wife, she's our mum. And they're like, yeah, but he needs to distinguish that she's still a person of like, do you know what I mean? Their relationship.
Yeah.
Consistently in and out about the kids. They have to own, that's why people have date nights, romantic evenings, because you don't want to go on a romantic evening and all it is the focus of the kids. Because when they leave and you have that empty nest syndrome, it's done out here.
Yeah, of course, because you've dedicated all of your life into the grooming of the kids, but you forgot to love each other. And that's exactly what happens in that Netflix thing. And one person's still in it, one person still like is left the relationship. They're just there for the design of the family. You know what I'm saying? And that's not because you know, as we spoke about it a million times before, you can never fall out of care with somebody, but you can always fall in and out of love with somebody. So that love switch can go off many years ago. Then you're just having a little quabble and squabbles and stuff like that, but you're so stuck in the routine of looking after this family. As you said, when the kids grow up and they're out, you're just sitting with somebody you don't even want to have a conversation with.
You don't even know anymore as well, you know?
Yeah, you forgot to have time for yourself. So I do, not to go into no religious context, but a very good friend of mine was talking about stuff like that, and he did talk to his priest about the whole, you know, having a family and this and that. And the priest had said the same thing. You're supposed to love your wife and you're supposed to love your husband before the kids, because doing it the other way around, you're forgetting each other. And the whole reason why this child is here is because of you. Do you know what I'm saying? Of both of you. So
that goes into a point there about when we're talking about the situation we talked about earlier about kids, about people not really knowing each other in the relationship, and then they're having a kid, and then they're surprised a person behaves like that, even though they were always like that, but they didn't to know them. You just think, oh yeah, they're thing. Obviously, I know things aren't as black and white.
Of course,
some people were involved with it. Some people have a situation where the kid just pops up one day. Other people have a situation where they live with people and they're in a relationship with them, but they haven't really been together long enough to really understand how that person would be as a father or a mother.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I think some guys, I mean, thankfully not a lot of guys I know just think, oh, they don't really think, oh, this woman's sexy, she's nice, that's cool. But then they never really think, oh, would she be a good mother of my kid?
Yeah, of course.
I'm a breeder.
Bro, that takes time. That takes time, because everybody comes into their getting to know each other with their best. Like, even if they're really stressed out and angry about what that person has said and done, they'll sweep it under the rug, they'll leave it for another day, because they actually want to get that person. Now, when they grab that person, they've got that person. And that's when people's true nature starts happening, you know. So an interesting thing is going into the relationship thing was, we saw over the pandemic how many relationships and how many domestic violence cases hit the roof. Do you get what I'm saying? And these are people that was in families, so something where they could have probably solved it, but then everybody was getting that little the 8-hour break. You know, somebody's going to work for the day, they come back, they get a thing, oh, babes, we'll go on holiday, we'll rebuild it. You're stuck with that person 24/7 in the house. The kids are screaming, and I've been to dinners, and people that have been great with each other, Like, you look at them, you just think, oh, yeah, they got plenty of kids. They got nothing. They saying at the dinner table, do you know how many times I wanted to throw him out the window? Do you know what I mean? The kids are screaming, the dog's going off. Yeah. He's coming in. Then he's just like, it was thing. I had to take a couple walks from. So the adjustment of what's happened outside attaches itself to relationships now. Yeah. And I think all that domestic cases we saw, the list that you gave there, it'll be interesting if you asked that question before lockdown, and then now we came after lockdown, because I think a lot of that would have changed. A lot of it. I think sexual fulfillment might have been out the window for some months still, because they would have been like, bro.
But this is good. They can't go out cheating because you're not allowed out of the house. Yeah, so they're just gonna have to suck it up.
Enough for you, and you're getting me, you're getting on my nerves. I don't even want to touch you right now. So I think. No, but that is very interesting, as you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do, to be honest with you, all you have to do it is with one other person of the opposite sex, and they don't even have to be in a relationship. They don't even have to be in a relationship with you. It's just another person and what they would consider themselves, and that what provokes the discussion. Yeah. I think I'm like quite eager to learn about different things, because I want things to work. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to soak up all information, anything that would help, because it's no good after. People always want to reflect after, it breaks down or whatever.
Yeah. Why go for the therapy when you can prepare right now? So
yeah, man. I don't know, but I was going to ask you as well about 2 words: Carnival and Adele.
Listen, shout out to Adele. I don't care what anybody else says. They need to let the girl live. She's been singing depressive songs for years. Shout out for the James Bond song. I love that. But I mean, she goes and put it's a catch-22. If you've got like, say somebody from outside the culture is dressing like that, and then they make tons of money off it. All of a sudden, it's culture appropriation, and you're a culture vulture and this and that. And then if somebody in their leisure time, and we all know she's from the East End, she's obviously got like the culture.
North London, bro.
North London, sorry.
London,
like,
so
she's got the
culture
from where
Skepta's
her, you know what I'm saying? This is not the first time Adele's probably done this. It's just that she's on the big stage now. Do you know what I'm saying? Not like singing and everything. Everyone's just come out the bag and be like, oh, like she's going to be singing songs like that. And that cyberbullying thing can take place. But I hope she took it playfully. I hope she didn't take it on a thing. Me personally, I'm back in her corner anyway. I don't really give her a ass. If she wants to celebrate, I mean, she would have been doing that in Carnival if she didn't have the mic in her hand and she was famous.
Bare white girls who would have been doing that in Carnival.
Listen, you already know.
Everyday Susans, everyday Sally, whoever, especially if, I mean, they might not go that far, but, I mean, I don't mind, bruv. All I'm concerned about now is that, obviously, since they've locked it off for this year, and they now are going to use it as an excuse to start it. So I'm seeing a lot of this. They're sliding some stuff under here. They're trying to say about the congestion charge, 7 days a week.
Yeah, bro, listen. They've
all those little ones like, oh, we're going to do this. But how's that to help the economy? The economy's fucked, bro.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you, like, the funny thing is, and I ain't got the stats with me, but I know I've read it somewhere, Carnival brings us such an influx of tourists there as well. And bare things are open. And bro, no matter, listen, you've got a concentration of how many, like hundreds of thousands of people in one spot, fam. The shops are making money. The rates are making money.
Well, look,
there's tax.
Notting Hill Carnival in 2002 made, hold on. Well, it supports 3,000 full-time equivalent jobs a year.
Yeah.
It makes, 93 million. What? 93 million apparently made in 2000.
Bro, why wouldn't it, bro? When you think about, because, bro, you can take it down to the brass tacks. I'm not even talking about, because even if the people have to go and cook their little food stores on the side, they have to buy it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They buy the food from somewhere. You got somebody that to make the costumes, the materials, the sounds. You get me? The electric and the generators that need to pump all of that electricity that's down there. The police that need to be paid for all of it. Shops galore. Fam, it affects absolutely everything, fam. Absolutely everything. So, Carnival is a special time. I suppose it's bro, listen, they've been wanting to shut this down for at least 20 years, fam. They had a good excuse this year. I watched Carnival through the YouTube. That was mad weird, but it still popped off. Like, you know what I'm saying? The family, we still did our our little cook-up thing, a little rum punch. We still did all of those kind of good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I see you lot always turning up, man. You lot turning up on
fam.
Tuesdays, man. It's just whenever, like, turn up.
Fam, listen, but listen, it's the Lucian and the Jamaican turn up. Still, any day can get it, fam.
Oh,
you
know they got
up.
the Rated Awards tomorrow. They're streaming the Rated Awards tomorrow.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that, and I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, no, it's on thing, innit? Well, Kano's performing, Dizzy Rascal, M Huncho. It's just all online. Everything's just online.
So it's gonna be like how the carnival was, like live stream, no audience, stage.
Yeah.
And just have to see how it goes.
I don't know, but I tell you something. This whole like doing things online is really helping me right now, man. Because I mean, I'm doing this now. I've got a couple of Zoom interviews to do. So I don't really have to go into Central anymore to do it. You know what I mean? So,
bro,
kind of working out all right at the moment.
Think about it. Like we had the discussion about, okay, cool. Companies are cutting people's pay times, like their hours. But then a lot of people are still working from home, so you don't have to pay for your travel. You don't have to pay for that lunch every day that you got there. Do you know what I'm saying? You're literally in the comfort of your home. Obviously, it's still, your work environment your home environment can become stressful if you don't create like a work space. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing as well. When we talk about the Detwell billboard, my thing was like, the way they described it, office buildings and office situations aren't like that anymore. This isn't like the office. This isn't like I don't know. I just feel they're so outdated. This isn't 2008. This isn't 2010. Like offices aren't like that anymore, to my knowledge. You know, and the situations that I've been in, then they're not in it. You don't have loads of people. It's not like go down the pub on Friday and buy the water cooler and doing this.
Yeah. It does.
It's all a myth.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, bro.
They're just trying to romanticize it so people go back to work, but
yeah, of course, because they need people to go back out there, pick up some little virus and spread it about again. Panic, come and get the vaccine, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's 5G, bro.
It makes sense, fam. Like, if you're producing a product where it kills germs and it kills this, you need some germs to kill, fam.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So they need to keep pumping out this product. And if no one's getting sick, then there's no product to use.
I know. All I'm saying is, like with most things, I'm out here completing the matrix by just ducking out of the country and just not.
Yeah, bro. Listen,
so I'm like, some of me was just like, nah. This is all too mad. I'm not feeling it. Fuck this. I'm off. When you come back, bro, I haven't even booked a return ticket. My ticket was one way. Bro. I'll come back when I come back, bro. She's gonna come over next week, next month, whatever.
Bro, I'm telling you, right about now, it's like somebody just pressed the reset button and everything just stopped. People are finding new skills. We're going onto this online kind of platform. We knew everything online, bro. This has been coming for a very long time for the world to just be going digital. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen festivals where people have been put in segments. And bro, that was the weirdest festival I seen. Like my boys have put on some festival thing and they got sections like proper barriers. And in spots, and you can't mix and mingle or nothing. So you're just really getting turned up in a field.
Yeah.
And
well, you know what's really popular at the moment is the drive-in cinemas.
Yes, I got to go and try one. I got to go and try one.
Did you see 90s thing? They premiere 90s film, and it was all like car driving.
Yeah.
And they were doing that ages ago. They were doing that in the 50s. You know what I mean? 50s in America.
Yeah. But bro, you see, everything goes back around in a cycle again, bro. Everything just turns itself back into the cycle. And things that was popular back then, you're seeing them become popular now. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's, you know, it's what is the new trend? Or if there is no more new trends, what can we reinvent with a twist on it? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. A funny scenario for me was when I saw my mum back in the day with Nike Cortezes. When I was younger, I thought Nike Cortezes just came out. You know what I'm saying? I was just in high school, college. I'm like, bro, you get me? We got the Nike Cortezes. I'm looking back in the pictures. I see my mum with a big afro and a Nike Cortez. I was like, what's going on?
Reinventing. They're just constantly reinventing things, and I suppose it's just a case of adapting. Like, I mean, luckily, I'm thankful. You know, my situation that I'm in now, which allows me to still work, which I'm really, really pleased for. And I mean, just got to take. This is the best time to take opportunities. I think this is another
1
example
million
of
percent.
when. I mean, we've always kind of known, but now it's been reinforced the fact that no one's job is safe, no matter what you do.
No.
So you need to make sure you have some savings, or you need to make sure you've got a side hustle or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's crazy with it all? I think like you got people that were big speakers like the Tony Robbins, the Gary V's and stuff, especially Gary V, because you know he's very potent with what he's very blunt and hard.
Content,
like
get the content out.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? You're saying get your content out, do all of this, whatever. Because nobody predicted a virus, but it is just hilarious how Manning was saying save, because when it all crashes, you're gonna need that capital to do what you need to do. And so said, so done. You get me? Everything stopped. People's jobs got cut. You don't even know something that you studied a degree for. That job might not even exist in the next 2 years. That's a thing. Businesses that were booming and everything like that, big plans, they've had to cut their franchises. There's a lot of major companies that have diluted now.
Well, you know, you mentioned Gary V. I just seen it. Yeah, I've just sent it. Hold on, have a look at this. It's only 2 minutes, and I'm going to do a little promo in the 2 minutes. Just watch that, and that's it. And just This Snapbacks and FlatCaps. Thanks for listening along. We've got we are going to be doing a lot more Zoom chats. Zoom chats, as always, we're available on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Visuals, I'm going to see what it's like when we download from Zoom now to see if we can get visuals out. If we do, they'll be out Thursday as usual, Thursday at 7 p.m. So that'll be out soon. In regards to guests, if once we get it moving with these Zooms, do a few of these, get to good for this, some guests on. Who do we have in mind? Because we had like a whole pattern and then Corona just kind of fucked us.
I know. But we are still into the business segment. So I think we did the fitness, you know, getting fit at home. We had a couple of people that was there and everything. And we introduced Steph with the business and you know, her journey and being a mother and stuff like that. So I think, the next guest, it'll be interesting who we're going to get through. But you know, we always come through with the... We'll definitely get someone.
That'd be a good thing. So it's available.
We should try and get a teacher. We should try and get a teacher and see how it's going.
I know a couple of teachers as well. Actually, that'd be pretty good. Actually, you need to watch that. Watch that while you're online now. It's 2 minutes. Watch it, and then I'm gonna.
Okay.
Get the link. I said. Yeah, just watch it.
Yeah. Where's the? Here we go. The thing. Let me see it. Trying to look for the chat thing. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah, so Tristan's just watching something we sent over. Just a little banter video. So you can always send the hit him already.
Listen.
So
oh my god, this boy is hitting it spot on. You know? He's hitting it spot on.
It's a video about Gary V. And,
oh my god, listen, I'm telling you.
He does like caricature. He does a Jordan Peterson one as well. And you know David Goggins?
The Jordan Peterson one must be hilarious. I'm going to definitely watch that because these are the two most influential people that's been, on digital media these days. Look, hold on, let me see the Jordan Peterson one. What we got up here? People, this is funny. I'm not going to lie. Oh my days, he hit it on the hell. Hold on.
Yeah. Content, mate, content.
Yeah, like, listen, they wasn't lying. This guy's got 1 million and 1.5 million and like views on it, and I'm pretty sure like we're gonna see more of him. That like Rob, that's actually made my day still.
You seen have you seen David Goggins?
No.
And he's like a slim black brother, and he's always running, and he's always like shouting at the screen. Like you can Google him. I'll send you something later.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you soft. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
content
I think the memes have kept us all in high spirits with everything out there, bro. Because I wake up in the morning, I got to see at least 2-3 memes just to get the day started, and and you know.
I'm gonna send you a few now, but I'm gonna. Where's the other one gone? You know the David Goggins one. This guy, bro, I was dying. I showed my mate, and he like listens to all these guys, and they're like, "Fucking hell, bro." Man.
Yeah, he must be hating it right now because. He must be saying to himself, like, it's not even funny. Yeah, I just see that one, the Jordan Peterson.
And David Goggins, yeah. Hold on, let me get this other one.
Now that's some content for you, fam.
That's some content, man. Just take
that is some content. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what I've noticed though? What I've noticed is like a lot of them videos that were winning, the editing has just been on point. You know, like I would just switch and cuts, and then you got a nice scenery, and then all of a sudden, man, all greased up, and then doing mad weights and flipping tires, and you're like, yeah, and you get pumped, and then you go to do their thing, and then they got the little see my plan, you know what I mean? And then you're like, yeah, I know you was gonna trick me into this, but the good thing is, a lot of us have become healthier consciously now, you know.
I know I can't speak. Well, I can only speak for myself, but I know some people are saying they're putting on that lockdown weight, and you know, some people I've seen after a while, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right about that. But some people have gone the other way, because even me, I started doing the whole training at home, and I'm like, I need some machines, I need something, you know.
Yeah. No, I get it. There's a limit, and sometimes people's getting out there using the apparatus. Like my mother, she lives in the gym. And like she couldn't wait to get it. Mum, that's like, Mum, you're in the vulnerable bracket. You can't just be I got my spray and I got my if you don't go, bro, the day's not complete for us. So sometimes psychological things for people. There's only so much you could do at the house. And just as you said before, if like it's one of those ones where just to get out into the fresh air. The thing I'm a bit I don't want to see happen is when nature was growing again, because we sat down for a little while. You know, we're all back out here with the cars again, pollution's flying out at all time rate. Everyone's just doing excessive things now. So like if they start doing out a Friday, now they're going to the pub, then they're doing a restaurant, and then they're going over here, and everybody's just overdoing it. So all that nice capital that everybody gained.
Well, when you were saying about going out, did you do the eat out, help out thing? Did you go out for that?
Yeah. I was doing the most. There was too many flavors to ignore, bro. For cheap, yeah, you're damn right I was there.
Well, this is the thing as well with that. Why are they going to do it for a month? What's the point? They should have done it for like a couple months.
It's an incentive to just do it. And to be fair with you, I just found it very silly to only do it for a month. I think they should continue with this thing. I'm sorry, people. My phone is just popping off right now. Like that's if you see me, just keep on doing that. It's incentive to get things kick-started, but there was going to be a big boom for everybody to go there, but it still wasn't going to make up for the losses that these companies had.
No, of course not. No.
And then on top of it, once the eat out, helping out finishes,
everyone's back.
We're all going back in our house again. Like,
and I mean, I get it. They can't do it the weekend. I respect that, and people still need to make money, but Monday to Wednesday, only between a month. Like, even if they did it Monday, even if they just did it like Orange Wednesday. You remember Orange Wednesday?
Yeah.
Orange Wednesday was lit, man. That's the time.
Yeah, that was the one.
Orange Wednesday. So they got rid of that, and that was running for time.
Yeah.
But everyone went to the same cinema. Everyone went to Park Hall. But everyone it got people out every Wednesday. Like, let's go see a film. Like consistently for years and years.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they couldn't do something like that. Maybe just 2 days a week, 3 days a week to spread it out. Monday to Wednesday, and just keep it going till the end of the year. I mean, we've had a shit 2020 in it. Cut us a break.
Of course. It's true.
For one Nando's or something. You know
it's true, bro. And I think, as you said, that's absolutely right. If he was having bare different things for, like, you know, cinemas could be half price on this day. You got the restaurants half price for this day, whatever, and you've got I don't know, other kind of events that could be going on, like, you know, like, I don't know, people doing restaurants over here, bars get this one on that day, pubs get certain days.
Well, you know? Are the clubs open? Because I'm on my Insta, I'm still seeing people rave. I'm seeing people going on holiday. I don't know what's going on.
My brethren does the hip hop brunch and the reggae brunches and everything. And
are they back telling
people, they're the things that have been surviving throughout this whole pandemic.
How come?
Yeah, because it's.
Are they separating people?
Yeah, they've still got the tables, and so you can dance on your table, but you're not allowed to really mingle. But bro, you're telling a bunch of drunk people not to move. It's never gonna happen, bro. You know what I mean? Sure. But they have to. Those things will survive, and they will flourish in a time like this. Because eventually people just want to go out and have a drink, bro. You know what I'm saying? And hear some music and be entertained. So we're going to be going back into the 50s again, where, you know, you have to got a nice dining table, candle in the middle. You're sitting there, you got the jazz band on stage. It's all gone back to that again. You know what I'm saying? So that will happen. And the reason, another reason, like, because with the hip hop and the garage punch, they're putting them both on now. Before you would get it spread out over the week, like you'll have it on this day.
They're expensive and they're frequent, but they're definitely a good experience.
Yeah. They're great experience, and now people will become reoccurring with it. And like I said, people will tell you, you can.
And they do them in big venues as well. I went to one which was in Proud Camden, and that's levels upon levels.
That's levels to it.
I think they just limit, and also if you limit the amount of people that come in, if you're saying, oh, we're only going to have 150 people because of social distancing, that's fine. That just means that they'll just sell out next time. They'll just consistently sell out.
They'll be selling out all the time, and then the clubs will always want them to hold events because they know that's guaranteed money every week. So half price cocktails and whatever, happy hours after 6 till 8 or 6 till 9 in the Monday to Wednesdays, and any of those kind of establishments, they can't wait to have the brunch on the Saturday and the Sunday from. And I don't blame them neither, bro. And to be fair with you, cheekily, they're telling people to stay in their but no one's listening, bro. What are you gonna have? The virus police come and knock the door and say, hey, be sitting down. It's not gonna happen.
I know, you can't. You got to give people a bit of a benefit of doubt. You got to let them breathe, innit? You can't just micromanage them. Do you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, 1,000,000%, bro. But I know brunches are doing very well, and you're gonna see a lot more brunches. I'm seeing so many different types of brunches come up.
Have you started seeing this painting thing yet?
The
painting thing, and my boy does something. It's called art sippers, and so they get like a bottle of wine, and then they have someone paint. They paint an animal or something like that. Like it might be a pelican or a dolphin, or and you come and you pay like whatever it is, £50 or something. I don't know. And you get like a glass of wine, and then you just paint and you just have a good time. It's called art sippers. They're doing quite a few of them now. There's pint and paint. That's another thing which is getting really people out. And what is it called? Pint and paint. I must ask T, because they're doing loads of those. Just another creative thing, you know. What is it? It's really going to know me. It's something paint. The one I know is art sippers, right? Yeah. The one I'm thinking of, party and paint. That's it.
Okay.
Party and paint. Yeah. And so it's just like you have a little juice and all of that, and then I mean, look at this. I've gone on this now, and people are just raving it up in Box Park, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, because you can't tell drunk people to stand still. Yeah, now you're gonna tell somebody to stand still, bro. You know, listen, you've known the most conservative people that could be in the office. They had the work party on the Friday. They come back from that on the Monday. They're like, oh yeah, you get a bit wild when you get a gin and tonic, and you don't. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Crazy. But this is the one I know. Oh, this is the one I know. Oh, am I not following this? There you go. This one I'm following is called Art Sippers. So, but how they're doing it from home. So they're doing a virtual art show. So they do they do Friday at 7 p.m. and then you get prizes and stuff like that. So it's a nice idea. So like now I'll show you. It's like my mate's just like his own business, him and his wifey. Like they paint, everyone paints it, like giraffes and whatever. And
yeah, bro, I think that's good, man. It gets the.
It's something else. Obviously now we're a little bit older and that we can't just be turning up at the club every week.
No.
Maybe every other weekend, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. The liver don't let us breathe like that anymore, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, I told your mate as well that drink on Saturday and you need to recover. None of this drinking 24 hours kind of bendo and all that. No, man, not even. Yeah, I'm out here getting my vitamin D.
Come on, hey,
man's skin is looking lit out here. I've just caught my skin here.
I see you and T. I see T on that boat daily. T don't let that water slide. He's got to be in that water.
It's mad. It's good though. You get that vitamin D. Do you know what I mean? You get it's hot here, man. It's 30 degrees daily. Daily. And then even in October, September, it'll be 25. So it's just, I think once we start really working, it'll be different. But it's nice, man. Just having your own space with top floor penthouse.
Like, bro, to be fair with you, I think with that sun and everything there, I think you lot will be more energized and happier.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm saying. We're going to deal with this flu season, dodging the vaccine, because these doctors are calling already, They're sending letters through the letterbox already. Oh yeah, you know, you come and get the vaccine. We're not going and get no vaccine.
No.
We're not getting no flu jabs.
I'll take my chances, stay away from anyone vulnerable, and that's it.
Yeah, bro, like you cough over across the street and, you know, wear your mask or do something like that, but don't come near me because
is it 1 meter now or 2 meters?
Huh?
Is it 1 meter's distance now or 2 meters?
Bro, the measurements keep changing every time. The news keeps changing. Like,
I've stopped watching
like
news.
2 meters. Now we're at
it.
1.5, then a 1 meter distance is not that bad. Don't put the mask on. Don't keep the mask on. Like, we don't know. I sent my little one to school with the mask and gloves. They told her to take it off at the gate. I was just like, okay. So high school children have to wear the mask down the road. We all know that the drill stock's going to go up after this mask thing in high schools, yeah. And then afterwards, the primary ones, they got to take it off. I'm just like, okay, I don't even know how to feel about this right now. And then all the parents, we all looking at each other. Like,
to be honest with you, if kids get it, it'll just like roll off them. Do you know what I mean? Because that just, it's like measles.
Yeah, it does.
Chicken pox. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll get it and they probably won't even feel anything. And kids are always ill, man. They just have to build up their immune system and that's it, you know? I don't know. It's all mad, but I mean, all you can do, like say, wear your mask or don't wear your mask, or stay 2 meters, or don't stay 2 meters, or go to work, don't go back to work. Work from home if you can work.
Do what makes you.
I can't get any simpler than that, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do what makes you feel safe.
But what? Yeah, that's it. Do what makes you feel safe. Don't listen to anyone else. Just do what makes you feel safe, and that's it. And just be aware of the people around you. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away now and I'm going to think about who we're going to bring on next. Because
that's going to be a good one. I'm telling you, I'm ready. And you know what I think we should do? Incorporate. We're going to put those relationship questions in there. What's the most important to you? Because I think that would be a good little segment. It will be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks.
I'm telling you, go away now and ask a female. It doesn't have to be a partner. It can be your sister who's in a relationship or who's not in a relationship. This is the thing. It doesn't have to be someone even in a relationship. It's just literally going to someone and saying, look, these are 10 things that you would want from your partner. What would your top 5 be? And you'd be surprised, man. Some of the stuff we're saying, they don't care about them in the same way. And that's where the communications come.
Maybe. You know what people might say? It might be the yin and yang, and that's what makes men and women.
Yeah, of course. It's not a negative. It's just being aware. So if if one thing's important to you and a different thing's important to that other person, you're just aware of that now and say, okay, this is important to him. I know this is important to her, so I have to keep that in mind. So, for example, the simplest one is sexual fulfillment. So for sexual fulfillment, if your guy saying sexual fulfillment is important to him, and you're not giving him none for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And do you know what I mean? Like, because you think, oh, like I'm getting affection from him in other ways, so I'm okay. Then you're not really
Bro, but listen, that all boils down to what we've had before, that conversation of being mindful of your partner when you're doing things, when you know what I'm saying? Like you just go off and you just go and start, I don't know, go and do some shit, and then after, I don't like that. Yeah, that's all cool, but when you go and do it again, because you're not even putting that person in the front of your mind. So yeah, I think that's good, man. I'm gonna literally carry that on.
Yeah, and drop me a message in the week and let me know.
At the altar soon, you get me? Maybe that's helped me. You get me?
Maybe. I like to, I was saying today, I like to give back as a former scumbag. I like to do my bit to even the playing field. I just trying to get a bit of peace, trying to balance out the sexes, give back to womankind.
Yes, you've made it, bro. Like, so, that's all good, man. But now,
just for today, I've made it. Day 2's brand new day. We'll have to see how I get onto my day. Then recovery, 1 chip at a time, man. 1 chip at a time. 2 month chip, 6 month chip, all of that, man. Right, I'm gonna roll.
Yes, G.
Catch you later.
Love as always. I'll catch you up.
Remember, follow us on Instagram, SnapBacks Podcast, and this is going to be available on all the digital platforms as always. Peace out, stay safe, and stay away from hoes.
Cool.